I hope y'all had a good week and a good weekend. First, I just want to give some honor to a legend, a king, a human who loved and lived to serve other humans, who loved and lived to represent the Black people, and he did it so well. Chadwick Boseman. In light of what he's gone through, this was just ever on my mind, and it's a bit of a come to Jesus moment for some, but it's with love. I often speak about the importance of us loving ourselves so that we can be our best selves for us as well as for others and for our community. And I remember when Chadwick first was on Instagram, and he had lost a lot of weight. And I know some of them were haters, I get it. Haters who were on his page or just out in social media and were making really nasty comments about his weight loss and about how drastically different he looked. And I just didn't. And most people, I'm sure, who love themselves didn't like it either. Now come to find out that not only was he going through all of this, everything that he'd been going through, surgeries and chemo and the illness that he didn't disclose to the public, he had to see all of that, on his timeline, out there in social media, people making fun of him and calling him mean names. All the while, everything he was doing was to serve. How many times and when I say a come to Jesus moment, and I say it's with love, now we know that a lot of hatred comes from people who don't look like us, so I'm not talking about them because we know where that's rooted. I'm talking about Black people. I'm talking about us. And the fact that sometimes, I love to see when we do appreciate and praise each other, but it seems like as soon as there's something that we don't understand about one of us, that some of us take it upon ourselves to go in for the kill. And even that is a reflection of how you see yourself. Because if you love yourself and are able to show yourself grace and kindness, then it wouldn't be hard for you to show that to others. With that said, now that I've gotten that off my chest, I do want to reiterate the fact that Chadwick left us so many golden nuggets. He left us so much to glean from. If he did not have confidence in who he was, he would not have been able to hold his head up high and work through all of the obstacles that he had been facing these past 4 years. He loved himself and he was confident in himself, even to the point that others who now stand up and talk about, his legacy and who he was to them, I hear the theme that he was loving, he was kind, he was giving, he was regal in character. And those are all offshoots of self-love. If we are to leave the legacy that we were placed on this earth to leave, I again say that's where it starts. Loving God, loving yourself, so that you are able to love others, so that you approach life with a what am I here to fix mentality, so that you attack every day knowing that you are here for a purpose, you have worth, and there's something that you are supposed to do to contribute to humanity. Knowing that your worth is so valuable that it would be sin for you not to share that with the world. This is why self-love and appreciation and knowing the wealth that God has placed in you is so important. And that same self-love will prevent us from being quick to judge others, being quick to laugh at them and say things like crack panther or any other thing. Which also brings this to mind. There are people who do struggle with substance abuse. Why do we think that that's something to make fun of? I remember people used to make fun of the late Whitney Houston for the same reason. Why do we think that that's okay? Whenever we see somebody, for instance, overeating toward obesity or taking drugs and they seem as though they're wasting away, these are issues of illness and a soul sickness. These are not things we should be laughing at. Question yourself if you do that. I'm not here to browbeat, but question yourself. Do you love you? If that was your child, would you mock your child like that? Or would you pray for the person? It all goes back to self-love. Valuing yourself so that you see the value in others, even when they're at their lowest, for whatever the reason. Love and blessings to all of you. And let's go higher.